full suspension, front and rear. I'm loving it. I really am. So I take this, it's off-road capable. It's super quiet. Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's episode, I want to talk about the GoTrex GX2 electric scooter. I am currently out camping right now, filming for a different channel, but I do want to touch on the scooter. So this thing has been working for about 2 weeks. I've had it now, and it is absolutely phenomenal. No joke. This is non-sponsored. Sure, they sent it to me. This is non-sponsored. No payment, no affiliate link, no discount code, nothing. They said, are you interested in it? I said, sure. Bam, showed up. I'm loving it. I really am. So I take this thing out around the city, around town, down dirt roads. Me and a friend rode on this in the middle of the night going around the city, had the whole thing lit up, the headlight on, cruised around the city on 2 bars of battery, went all over the city for a good hour, didn't even die. And I was on 2 bars of battery after using it all day. So I'm out currently camping right now. I brought a hammock system, all of my cook gear, which you guys could probably make out on the ground, and a rainfly, change of clothes. I even brought my dog Boomer, which goes on the handlebars or on my chest in a backpack. Hilarious, but he actually likes it. The wind in his face, he stays nice and cool. This thing has been working really, really well on road and off road. So like I was saying, guys, I'm out here camping in the middle of the forest using the scooter for transportation. I've got my entire hammock set up, rainfly, hammock, underquilt, backpack, all that stuff, plus all my cooking gear, plus my dog, plus every piece of camera gear that I packed in on the scooter. This thing can handle some weight. I believe it's up to about 300 or 320 pounds of payload. I only weigh 150 pounds, so for me to put another person on this, which is not recommended, I have done it and it does work extremely well. It still goes really, really fast. So I've come out here and I've only burned through 1 bar of battery today. I have 4 left. This thing has about 50 to 60 kilometer of range of distance to travel on a charge, depending on how much you use the throttle and what gear setting you're in and hill climbing and all that stuff. So this thing can go really, really far, which makes camping absolutely hilariously funny. Cruising around on a silent and very fast and capable scooter. It's 2-wheel drive, so there's 2 electric motors in the front and the rear, which I found very, very helpful if you're going through a little bit of loose gravel, mud, a little bit of water on like bridge decks, like wooden bridges that are wet. The front will actually hook up instead of spinning out in the rear. Front and rear disc brakes. This thing is loaded full of awesome features. The only thing that I struggle with, which again, I have not had a problem with, is if I needed to recharge this on a trail, I would essentially have to bring a large folding solar panel and get an adapter to plug in there. And realistically, it would probably take an entire day to even charge to be able to cover any usable distance to even make it worthwhile bringing a solar panel. So I think in their future, I would almost like to see another battery, a removable battery like we see on a lot of e-bikes. If they can make it a removable battery, carrying a secondary battery, even like a secondary mount here integrated where you could put a secondary battery, would be really, really awesome. Or even this entire column is hollow. If they could turn that into an integrated permanent reserve battery, where you could switch from the main battery in the deck to a reserve battery in the column to even give you 5 or 10 kilometers worth of range, I think would be really ideal for people traveling out in the middle of nowhere like I am and running dead on battery, because this thing is almost 80 pounds. It's very heavy. You're not carrying it on your back. Absolutely not far at least. So having a little bit of reserve battery would be really, really awesome. So to come in a little close here to give you guys a decent look at the GoTrex GX2, full suspension, front and rear independent disc brakes, and a very nice display here with the thumb throttle here. We've got the LCD screen, press and hold the power button, that unlocks, giving you all the information. There is a password in here, so you can't even steal it. Right now I've got the password set up, so I actually have to put in a 3-digit PIN in order to unlock that, which I'm not going to do on camera, obviously. Little bell here, Got a headlight and reflector. The deck also illuminates underneath, shining light onto the ground. Very, very unique system and quite a generous deck. Realistically, I mean, that's my 1 foot and that's a size 10.5 to give you guys a reference there. So you can really fit quite a bit of gear, and realistically, if you wanted to stand there and put a foot here, you could strap a small bag down there as well, like a camera bag, and not have to worry about carrying everything on your back. There's a tail light on there as well with nice fenders so you're not get sloshed with mud or water. There's a look at the rear disc brake on that side, and just a really great system for traveling. So I know a lot of you viewers have probably already seen my review or first use / review of the GX2 from GoTrax, but the reason I'm making this video is to follow up on it because that thing is crazy fun. It works no matter what. I mean, if it's cloudy, windy, rainy, whatever, I take that thing out. Yes, I have used it in rain. No, I don't recommend you do that. I don't even know if it's water resistant. I just know mine still works after going out in the wet conditions. I don't recommend doing it, but it does work. So that thing is excellent for folding up because the column folds down, packing it in the van, putting it in the back of the Jeep, whatever. Works great in town, in cities, dirt roads, and being off-road capable. You can't argue with that. So that paired with my fat bike and my vehicles are 3 really, really fun ways to travel to camping locations, or using that as actual travel to get into a backcountry camp location like I did today. That thing's a blast. Awesome. It's never going to replace a fat bike because a fat bike can go any weather, snow, rain, wind, doesn't need to charge. It's just go mode. Same thing as a vehicle. Vehicles can break down, which leave you stranded. A bike breaks down, you can push the bike out of the woods. A scooter breaking down, you could push it out of the woods, but it's not going to be fun. You're definitely not carrying it. And the whole battery thing, you know, if you're going to be running it and the battery goes dead, you're going to be out of luck. So having a reserve battery, I think, would be an excellent idea, or a secondary removable battery pack would be really awesome. So I'm going to be camped out here in the hammock. I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. I just wanted to touch on that, showing a really fun way to get out camping. I know people use the scooters in towns and cities, but opening your mind a little bit, it's off-road capable. It's super quiet. It's not destroying the sounds of nature. I would recommend ringing the bell if you're going through bear country every now and then. Just give a little ding ding. I'm always talking to the camera anyway, so bears know I'm in the area, but it is super quiet that you do have to worry about that. Very, very quiet. Just like a bicycle, it's extremely quiet. It makes it way easier to travel with because I'm not carrying jugs of gasoline or oil or engine oil or any of that stuff in the vehicle. I just plug it in and go. It's super clean, it's super fast. I can recharge it at my van or at an off-grid property by using solar panels that are there readily available. I can even plug it into my solar grid on my van and charge it, no problem. I don't know how long it'll take from 0 to 100% though. I'll have to do a test on that. I can plug it into my battery stations and switch it on the AC because it does come with an AC plug. I would like to see a DC option and maybe a faster charging option or a removable battery so we can buy another battery and keep going. So that's all I got for you guys. A little bit of a recap on the scooter. It is working extremely well. I love it. I do recommend it. And I did see that they have a GX3. That's the 2. This is the 3. Or you guys know what I mean. That's the 2. They have a 3. I would really like to get the GX3. That way I have the GX2. I can give that to a friend. I can lend it to a friend and go scooter camping together and have the upgraded GX3, which goes a little bit faster and a little bit farther in range. I'm very interested in both of them. My son and my other children can actually ride this GX2. You can limit it so it doesn't go that fast. So there are 3 different drive modes. You can actually bring it down to 25 kilometers an hour, which makes it kid friendly. Not like toddler friendly, but like 13, 14-year-old kid friendly. So it works really well for that. So who knows? Might get that, might not. Either way, I'm very happy with what I have. Peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.